So I'm finally getting around to getting my bike reflashed again. I'm sure anybody who has a 110 engine, I think it's just the ones that released in the past couple of years on the S models. I don't know about the older touring editions, but the hard starting issue. They called me a couple months ago, told me to bring the bike in and get it reflashed. Just haven't had the time to do it. And it wasn't as if my bike never started. That wasn't really the case at all. The bike would always start up. It's a little sluggish on startup though, I have to say. I just thought it was the way, you know, Harleys were, because this is my only one I've ever had. But, you know, it would turn over a little sluggishly. It wasn't the most inspiring startup. The sound is inspiring, and the big old rumble, but the actual turnover wasn't a blast. And what I did realize is, a couple of times in traffic, if it was getting hot, I'd turn the bike off just to cool it off, because traffic on it gets so bad. You just sit there and bake 90 plus degrees. I know it's not good for the bike, so I just turn it off. And when the bike's hot like that, sometimes it won't restart. It would after like the third try or fourth try, but there was one instance where the bike wouldn't fire back up again. I'm in traffic. I actually had to wheel the bike to the side of the road. Thankfully no one ran me over, and then restart it there, which is, you know, well, you could blame me and say, you know, don't turn your bike off in traffic like that. You can avoid the hassle. So yeah, it was a bit stupid on my part, but I should be able to do that. I should be able to turn the bike off and turn it back on, like any other modern vehicle. I know, it's a Harley. It's not a spaceship. We're gonna take the bike in. The guy told me I didn't even need an appointment. That is so quick to do. It'll take him more time to write the work order than it will to reflash the bike, which I know is the case because you just plug it in. One complication I might have though is I have the Vance & Hines fuel pack and these slip-on exhausts. The bike will run and it'll be okay on the stock map, but I'd like to get my fuel pack back. So what I'd read on some forums is you take it in, you get a flash for the startup issue, and then while you're in the parking lot, call Vance & Hines, and there's some sort of wizardry they can pull off. So I figured I'd share this experience with you guys. So I'm just gonna pop over. Dealership is in my old part of town in North San Diego County. We're gonna do a little highway riding to get there. The bike runs better with the fuel pack, no doubt. There was a lot of popping before the fuel pack was on it. And also at lower speeds, the engine was just more twitchy. It wasn't as smooth. And I know it runs really lean on the stock maps because, well, they have to for emissions, I guess. And I like the control I have over it. If I get a new exhaust, I can change it myself. I don't like buying that Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle tuner. Every time I want to do something different, whether it's an exhaust or a different part or an engine upgrade, I'm gonna have to bring it back to the dealer so they can reflash it for a cost. It's a money trap. And I just don't like it. Oh, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I got new mirrors here. These are the, I don't know, they only sell so many mirrors. I don't know the name of them. These are Harley mirrors. They're thinner. The other mirrors are made, you know, I get new grips and the new bars, new cables. It just looked unfinished with the previous mirrors on there. I wasn't so sure about these, but I can say that they actually give me a really good rear view. They actually vibrate a little less. Yeah, they vibrate less than the stock ones. So, good deal. adjust these. Man, every time, I'm not doing 100 miles an hour, guys. Pull it together. So I went to the track last week and I used up a lot of my free time getting ready and getting there and getting back. And I went on an injured two legs. So I took it easy on the Harley. But man, I miss this thing. It's nothing like it. I know it may seem odd to you, especially sport bike riders, but you know, it's just as satisfying as doing 150 miles an hour down the straight at Auto Club Speedway. In a very different way, but you know, the visceral feeling, all the rumble of this thing, comfortable positioning, all that big low-end torque, it's really nice. Feels really, really good. My neighbor's son, I think he's 9 years old, he was in the driveway and he saw the BMW loaded up on the truck and he said, "Oh, I really like your bike." And a lot of younger kids like the BMW because it looks swoopy, it looks like a transformer or something. And then he looked in the garage and he said, "Oh, you have a handlebar bike too." I don't know what he meant by that, but maybe he was likening it to, you know, the beach cruisers with the high bars or something. So, you know, I asked him to come sit on the bike, and he came in, and his father was there. I got his father's permission, so him and his father came in. I got him on the Harley, and I had him start it up. I had my foot protecting the gear shifter, so he couldn't take it out of neutral. I had him rev it up a little bit, but the kid was absolutely ecstatic. I mean, how cool is that to hear an engine like this fire up at that age? And to do it yourself, rev the engine and start the bike up, turn it off. The kid said it was the best thing he had ever done, so Harley may be looking for new riders, but I can tell you after an experience like that, this kid is going to be something in his blood. Whether or not you'll buy a Harley someday, who knows, but it's got to have an impact on you. Well, that was weird. That was very weird. Consider me confused. That's all I can say. Now, I talk a lot about, you know, what we think we know, what we think we can feel and not feel. And this is a good example of that. So I go in there, I talk to this guy on the phone, and he didn't look at my information on the phone because, you know, I didn't get it done, I didn't get it done. And I brought it on in there, and he's actually a good service rep. This guy, Josh at Big Harley Davidson. He doesn't mess up. You know, I've dealt with a lot of service folks around, and I mean, the array of crap you got to deal with, people just not paying attention or not doing something you asked for, or saying the bike is ready when it's not. Anyways, I know this guy knows what he's doing. It is a good example. So he looks at my bike, I bring it in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you got the Fat Boy S, let's take care of it, it'll be real quick." He looks at my info and he starts furrowing his brow as if he's confused, and I'm like, it's always something, right? What could possibly go on with this update? And after a couple minutes, he says, "You know, it seems like it's already done." And I was like, what are you talking about, it's already done? He said, "Yeah, it's San Diego Harley Davidson, which is a different Harley dealer. they had it listed as being completed back in, you know, late August. And I was never told this, of course. You know, I got my bars done there. Did the bars and cables at that around that time, and I think they just did it. The bike's in, they took care of it. I guess they didn't make a big deal out of doing it. And once they do it, when you run your VIN number, the computer system takes that off of it takes it off an alert. So the alert was removed from my VIN number, indicating that it was done. Not only was that, but he actually had the work order from another dealership listed in the Harley Davidson system, which is nice. These guys are pretty well connected. It's good that they can look up a VIN and just kind of see throughout their network, even though the different dealers looking for different things and have different profit streams. They can see exactly what was done, where it was done. He knew how many days my bike was in the shop for. So it looks like it was done. Which brings me back to the point I had made a few minutes ago, saying you think you know your bike, and apparently I don't know it that well. I mean, I'm talking about how well this fuel pack makes my bike run, and if they reflash my bike back then, I should have no fuel pack influence on this thing whatsoever. So I've been running this bike on a stock map. I had no idea. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to run the fuel pack on it, of course, because you know it's running lean again. And I'm going to feel this difference, and I'm going to wonder whether or not the difference I feel is actually anything I'm really feeling or not. You could also say, why run the Vance and Hines if I'm not complaining about the bike's ability to run as it is? Good question. I miss this place. Holy f***. I'm glad you finally looked. Yeah, it's easier to get killed in Oceanside. There's a lot more Vicodin around here.
Yeah, so it was that simple. Yeah, just called Vance and Hines, and they just took care of the whole thing and over the phone in like 5 minutes. You just had to upload your map to them so they could upload a map that incorporated the update from Harley. And then once they do that, they send a map back to you, which you download, and that goes into your slot 0. And that becomes your base map again. So all the other maps that didn't include the update for the smoother start, those maps are irrelevant. You can't use them again because it'll erase, you know, what's in that new stock map, the upgrade. So you lose all your old maps, basically, and you have, if you did auto-tune, you're going to do it again. So I haven't been to that step yet, but I'll obviously get there very soon. So, but, you know, it's pretty convenient, pretty quick, not a big deal at all. And while I'm at it, you can just look at these new mirrors, too. A little low profile. Some may think it looks worse. Some may think it looks better. I don't know. Better to me, definitely. Looks more finished. Look on the other side. Just a little more lower profile. They don't stand out as much. The quality seems to be more consistent with the bars and other upgrades. Not the best lighting though, huh? Okay. All right. See you next time.